So, I was watching the news and I kind of realized that the cash for clunkers thing ran out earlier this week. So, what do you think? Is that was a great move, right? I mean, no doubt. I mean, we had some wonderful Americans there, called taxpayers, giving a whole bunch of their cash away so that other people could buy cars that we've been sort of nudged into desiring, like the Honda Prius, or now that we have government motors, I think that the Chevy Volt's going to be a big hit, whereas before it might not have been such a big hit. What do you think? This is terrible, isn't it? Is anybody else out there sick and tired of being nudged? Nudging sucks. you know, I think this was like a Cass Sustein thesis about nudging people, just kind of giving people rewards for doing things, kind of like dogs. When you're trying to get your dog to learn how to roll over or use the potty outside, you just kind of like, give him a little biscuit or something like that if he comes in after he's gone outside. Doesn't that make you feel kind of good that you can be kind of moved like a brainless cattle or something like around? I don't know if I. No, I know I don't like it. I don't even have to think about it. We make decisions as Americans based on our self-interest. Some people confuse that with selfishness, but I'd like to remind those people that we live in America, where you can make your own decision. And if you'd like to drive a Prius, nobody is stopping you. But if you'd like to drive an Excursion or an Escalade, full on gas, biggest motor that there could possibly be in the thing, that's your choice too. This is making me sick and tired. We've just given away 4,500 bucks a pop, or up to 4,500 bucks a pop, to people to bring in junky vehicles, or maybe even kind of new vehicles that would have probably been able to be resold to maybe needy families who couldn't afford a new car, but maybe could have used that 1999 Windstar that it didn't have a ton of miles on it, but that would get their family by. But we had to destroy those. This is getting a little out of hand. I don't know. I'm just getting sick of it. I keep looking at this whole situation and going, this is ridiculous. We are moving people to where we want them, trying to make people not want what they want, and they're trying to create these wonderful, green vehicles that work on a battery that costs $10,000, and if it goes bad, well, you're pretty much screwed. And they're trying to get people to sacrifice what they like and what they want, which is, to me, something of an American, an attribute of ours. We like things because we like them. Some people don't get off on shooting a great big assault rifle, but some people do, and that's okay. You don't have to like it, but if somebody else likes it, you have to let them like it. If not everybody likes to drive around in an Escalade. I don't have an Escalade. I'd love to have an Escalade. I don't have one. I have a pickup truck, but it's a nice pickup truck, and I like my pickup truck. So if you want to drive your Prius, I will applaud you, but I will expect you to also applaud me, okay? Nothing unfair about that. And as far as these, I'm upset about the whole thing with why is government intervening? The whole pretense, I just dismiss as false the entire pretense that we are heating up the world. Because we're driving Escalades, we are heating up the world. And we can look over at China and at India and at, a lot of the other industrialized nations who just dismiss the Kyoto Accords as you're trying to kill our economy so you can somehow compete with us or something, or drag us down to your level. It just doesn't seem right. I think George W. Bush might have been right to dismiss that whole thing out of hand and say, no, really, we're not going to sign that. Really. Take that one on home with you. But now this administration, and since they've already got the youth so brainwashed it's pathetic. These kids are not thinking anymore. They're just going along with a guy that seems more hip and cool than George W. Bush, and he says the right stuff. I mean, you gotta love him, right? Yeah, they're so brainwashed that they're going to go along with this whole green energy, greenhouse gases, global warming tripe. Witness that we just had probably one of the coolest summers that I've ever seen. Literally. I don't think that I've ever seen a cooler summer than what we've just had. I mean, here it is, it's the 27th of August, Temperatures today were ranging between 65 and 75 degrees, depending on where you were in the Midwest here, where I live. Beautiful. If you work outside, I mean, you had to just be clapping for global warming. I'm telling you, this may not be such a bad thing. Now I know that there's other places in the country that were a little hotter. Okay, like San Antonio and the areas like down in the southern U.S. and they're pretty hot. And for a minute there, Seattle actually enjoyed some triple digit weather. I don't think those people have ever seen triple digit weather. I'm not even sure they've seen a day without rain. I mean, I don't know. Technically, it's like the weirdest climate out there. They've got this rainy thing. It's like it rains for a minute during the day, and it just kind of gloomy skies. It's pretty weird up there. I don't know, but I'm still not sold. I'm still not sold on this whole thing with the global warming, and I don't think that there's much that could sell me on it, because every time I turn around, there's a new group of people who are basically debunking the entire myth. But they're outside, kind of like the Tea Party protesters and the town hall protesters, banging on the door saying, "Hear our voice, hear our voice." There's 19 or 20,000 of us out here saying your science is bad, your methodology for finding your facts is wrong. Everything you're doing is backwards. Look at the global history of what we've gone through in ice ages and everything else, but they won't listen. Just like the SEIU thugs, they've closed the doors on this meeting, and only the people that agree with them are allowed to have a voice at the table. That's unfortunate. And all the while, Al Gore and all of his friends, that goofball, whatever his name is, Meyer or whatever from NASA, they're going to invest in these green strategies and they're going to get rich. And someday down the road, when it's far too late to stop the sham, to expose the thing and keep people from profiteering off the mania that they've created, they're going to toddle off on piles of loot. And this is going to turn. Remember in the 70s we had like the Ice Age scare? It's going to be the same thing. Those idiots went on with multi-million-dollar government grants. Once again, grants. That means that the taxpayer, you and me, paid these mopes to go run around and find a reason to get grant money. That was what it was. There was nothing more. They knew what they were doing, and they foisted a huge fraud upon us. And shame on us. Here we go again. We're doing it again, But that's okay. That's all right. Because we're Americans, and I guess we're all stupid. And some more stupid than others, clearly. But I don't know. I'm just getting sick of the entire this nanny state mentality drives me up the wall, and I know it does you too. Otherwise, you wouldn't be out there listening to my rants. And the more I see of you guys' videos, the more I agree with you too. It's coming time to just get rid of this whole lot of bums. They're bums. The Republicans act like Democrats. The Democrats sometimes act like Republicans. They seem to have no spine. I heard an argument on the radio today. Well, we've got to keep Mark Kirk in because he's got name recognition. And people will, that's a pretty liberal district he's representing. And, wow. I'm sorry. If you can't be a Republican, don't call yourself one. If you're not a conservative, don't call yourself one. I'm sorry. I'm getting so sick and tired and disenchanted. People today talking about the lion of the Senate. Ted Kennedy has passed away. God rest his soul. I hope I hope things have gone okay for the senator. Because clearly he has used his time on Earth to be the most drunkest, loudest, partyingest, womanizingest Kennedy. They're all trying to outdo each other, I guess. And we're all supposed to just remember this guy as, oh, he never took cheap shots at anybody. He never got down in the mud, thinking that we forgot all about Robert Bork, huh? When he tried to ruin the man. Yeah, we didn't forget. But whatever. He's dead. He can't do anything more to hurt us now, right? Till the next Kennedy piles in the boat. So, you guys, man, I wanted to let this little rant fly because I've been thinking about it for a while. We've got problems here in Chicago with parking meters and everything else. Looking forward to hearing more of your videos. Peace.